Here is the replay, and watch the rear tire. Now, you can see that they dropped the jack before the guy had the tire on the right rear of the race car. Oh, and look at Sterling Martin along pit road. He has fire coming from the front of that race car as we go back to live action now. When we pick it up, there is Sterling Martin. Look at the fire coming from the right front of that race car.
He has no brakes. He can't stop the car.
He's still on that pit lane, the exit lane, acceleration lane, as you call it, but boy. We'll see if he's going to bring out a yellow flag. Darrell Waltrip hasn't stopped yet.
Well,
and he would sure like to see a yellow flag right now.
That car is not on the racetrack. It is, as you said, Ned, in the acceleration lane. There is Sterling Marlin climbing out of the race car. And indeed it is. The race car is just going up in smoke. Still, however, right below us, we see no yellow from Harold Kinder.
And boy, that smoke, well, I guess it's not affecting the drivers down on the racetrack as they go into that turn.
Here comes a car that's trying to exit the pits. There he was. Derek Cope was trying to exit the pits and had to go to the grass to do so. Now, here's an interesting situation. That's Stan Barrett. There aren't enough pit assignments, pit lanes along the front stretch, and he is having to pit by actually backing up the car into another area. Well, you can see now that the fire has been extinguished on the Sterling Marlin car, and things beginning to settle down at the west end of the racetrack after an exciting moment for Sterling.
And Darrell Waltrip still has not made a pit stop. He should be coming in before long.
And we have not seen a caution flag, and there is Derek Cope, who is coming back into the pit area, and he has a problem on the right side of that car. Looks like the right front is flat.
Yeah, he had not made a pit stop, Bob, and it looks like he ran until that right front tire. Yeah, he was running in second place, but the right front tire is flat.
All right, and now they begin to go to work on the right side of the Purelator car. Having difficulty getting the jack under it. Now they do begin to replace the rubber. Derek Cope with a fine run here this afternoon, and here comes the leader, finally. Darrell Waltrip is coming in for a pit stop, and that gives the lead back to Rusty Wallace. Jerry Bunch.
Tide crew waiting for Darrell Waltrip to bring that Chevrolet Lumina to a halt, as he does now, as Bill Wilburn and Jeff Hammond and the crew. Eddie Dickerson go to work. Dickerson has the right front tire off, new one on, and Jeff Hammond now watching his crew work. Second can of gas going in. They are pushing the rear spoiler up. 12.4 seconds. Great pit stop for the new world champions, by the way, in the pit crew competition, the Tide crew.
As I recall, that's exactly the same time that it took Rusty Wallace to get service, 12.4 seconds. So Darrell Waltrip now comes out onto the racetrack once again, and there is the leader, Rusty Wallace. Oh, and Rusty spins. He was hit by Stan Barrett. He's sliding against the wall in turn number 1. Unbelievable. And this is the type of thing we were talking about at the beginning of the show. Things were going so well for Rusty Wallace. That very well could be $1 million right there.
Boy, and the car is not moving now. Yes, it's moving now. I don't think he's going to lose a lap.
Mark Martin picks up the lead, and here is the situation again that we talked about at the very opening of the show. Mark Martin with things going his way.
Takes advantage of the things that happen. Let's look at it again. As they go into the turn, Rusty on the outside of Stan Barrett, car number 90, and Stan tips him on the left rear quarter panel, and it sends Rusty around, and boy, he said, oh my golly, this is not what I needed. And he backs it into
pretty
the wall.
good contact with the wall.
Yep.
Oh, and look, Rusty just barely able to avoid the cars as they went by.
The toe-in is knocked out on the car. The question is, how bad is it? And will Rusty Wallace be able to continue in this race? Well, some real excitement here at Phoenix. We'll take a break and be right back.